Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 14th going to the 20th of August. So we're going to have a little look together and see what's going on for you guys. I'm going to pull the cards out first and then we'll talk about it. All right, for Capricorn, please. Thank you. So many. We're going to take the ones that are facing up at me. Thank you. Okay, overall energy, please, for Capricorn. Okay, this is nice. I like it. I really am getting the vibes of, the world is your oyster here. That's one of the first messages coming through. Like, you are able to get whatever it is that you want, Capricorn. And maybe you feel like that. I feel like maybe you're starting a fresh start is what I'm picking up on. A clean slate. Maybe you're starting fresh with certain things. I'm kind of picking up on maybe new hobbies. Like, you could just be doing new things. From the Monday, you could be starting something new, like a new routine. You might be breaking old habits. You could be learning something new or doing something new, but it speaks of very good things. All right, so your overall energy, the first card that came up is the Well. It's a very special card in this deck because it speaks of the ability to pick out anything that you want to do from the Well. It speaks of new beginnings and the opportunity to be able to create or choose whatever it is that you desire. So almost as if there was a well of absolutely everything. Nothing is impossible this week is what they're saying here. You're completely capable of doing whatever it is that you desire. Just go for whatever is calling you, because it's calling you for a reason. She has that pendulum here, so some of you could be doing tarot, some of you could be wanting to tap into your psychic abilities, or some of you are feeling called. All right, feel like something is chosen for you, or you're chosen for something. The next cards that you have for this, Page of Pentacles. So again, could be learning something new or doing something new. The Page of Pentacles for me is like taking the first steps into something. It is an apprentice card, so it is about learning something as you're going along, learning more. It's throwing yourself into an experience and learning as you're doing it, basically, just like an apprentice would. And it ends up maybe becoming a lot more profitable if it's to do with your career down the line. All right, so you could be a lot more curious around this week as the energy I'm picking up on, but I do believe that you're going to start planting seeds this week. So again, I kind of feel like then being in your energy, Capricorn, it makes me feel like, okay, like I'm going to start working out from Monday, how everyone says from the start of the week, I'm going to start going on walks. I'm going to start listening to certain podcasts or audiobooks, or I'm going to start doing this. Like you are in a thirst of expansion, of exploration, but most importantly, it feels like self-improvement, like you're wanting to do more. And that's what the Page of Pentacles is. Like, sometimes it's not easy to start fresh, to be the beginner, to be the student, to be the one who knows nothing. But the Page of Pentacles always reaches the King, Queen position because it's dedicated the time and energy into doing it, and it's consistent. All right, because when you plant actual seeds, you have to nurture it still. You have to put it in the right environment, keep that environment right for it, make sure you're watering it, make sure you're tending to it where necessary, learning a bit about what it is that you're growing. So that's the vibes that I'm picking up on here as well. Then to clarify all of that, or to add to it, should I say, we have the Star card. So this is healing. This is a card of achieving what it is that you're desiring here. Is a really good card of manifesting because it's a wish fulfillment here. It's reaching your goals. It does, I was going to say it's also a card of community, and it's also the second card that we have out as community, because you do have that in your Oracle deck too, Capricorn. So you guys could actually find yourself either leading a community, making a difference in people's lives, making an impact in people's lives, or whether you are meeting people who make an impact in yours, or maybe a bit of both. Whatever it is that you're learning to do or about to do, is going to make a difference in people's lives. All right, is anyone cooking something? I can feel like I can smell something cooking. It's gone now, but it just like I just got this like smell of something. You have peace coming in for you guys this week, which is amazing. This is kind of like forgiving, and I do sense like you are forgiving people. I believe this is more of a case of like, again, I really feel empowered in your reading. Like this week, you're going to feel very like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Let's stick to it. It's like a kind of like New Year resolution vibes that's coming through. All right, so maybe you guys are bringing those in to the now. maybe because we're halfway through the year already, that you're feeling like you need to stick to some things that you said you wanted to stick to. But also I just feel like you're making peace with things that maybe have went wrong in the past. It is a card of forgiveness, a card of extending the olive branch here. So maybe you are reaching out for forgiveness, or maybe people might be reaching out to you, or maybe you're just forgiving people just for the sake of it, because at the end of the day, what we want is peace. And some people will never apologize, some people never change. That's not our goal. Our goal is not that. Our goal is to be able to recover from situations and to find peace with what has happened, and to not let it destroy us or to, change us for the worst. So there is an egg here, meaning that something will hatch because of this peace, something will hatch because of this forgiveness that you're finding with yourself and with others around you. Again, you do have community, so as you can see here, there's a lot of birds and a lot of communication going around you. You could be meeting people, new people who are here to guide you in some way, especially with that Page of Pentacles. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more sociable, a little bit more like, maybe I'll speak to this person and see what they know. You're more able to network around this time. All right, Aquarius energy with that star card, 11th house, again, networking, community, friendships. So you could be really kind of extending yourself out, making more friends, which is good. These are people who are very similar to you. You'll meet somebody in particular who's very similar to you, who may not be in your life for a long time. Maybe this person is always up and going somewhere, but this person will make a difference in your life. Maybe you'll meet somebody who is where you want to be. And you may have a very short meeting with this person, a very short communication or contact with this person, but it will kind of inspire you and remind you that your goal is not that far away. So that's very nice. You also have the time for a nap, which is lovely. This is my card of, yes, a rest may be needed, but this is also a card of having achieved something that you wanted, because there is a card in here where the egg is looking at the moon, where the fox is looking at the moon. Observing, how am I going to get there? How am I going to do this? Time for a nap could mean that you may already be sitting in a position where you have something that you always desired. So to make sure we're grateful for that, but also being in a position where you can finally relax. Maybe some of you did not have that. So it does feel like you're achieving goals. You are gaining wish fulfillment. You are achieving things around this time, which is very lovely. What the blockages though for Capricorn this week? Temperance, sometimes it's about patience, sometimes it's about taking a pit stop. All right, we don't need to always be on the go all the time, especially with that Knight of Swords energy. You may be just wanting to rush in and I know the answer and I'm going to do this. We don't need that. Nothing that we're growing, and just like planting a seed, we have to wait. All right, the things will blossom on their own. So temperance might be a bit of a blockage for you. This is just about making sure that we can understand that in the now, in the present, when we stop, we can actually balance some things that we may not understand. Some things you might be able to create something new by being present. You might be more able to experiment, to listen, to observe the things that you might be creating or, emotionally drawn to at this time. So again, it is a big card of patience though. To make sure that you don't burn out. It's very important. Any other blockage for Capricorn? 8 of Swords. Just a little bit of being stuck in the mind. Make sure that you don't let your thoughts and fears and doubts cause you to be trapped. 8 of Swords, maybe these go hand in hand. If you constantly are taking some pit stops and making sure that you are balancing your emotions, then you might not reach this 8 of Swords of anxiety and worry and stress. So take your time with it. There's no harm in just dipping your toes in the water a little bit at first. Don't go diving yourself straight into something. 8 of Swords, yeah, don't get too stuck up in your head here, thinking about what could go wrong, because that's never good. That's never good, only for yourself. So maybe you're finding peace with slowly but surely stepping out of your comfort zone and experimenting with some things, because there are some fears here. Not being able to kind of see beyond these fears. There's always a solution to whatever problem, and I think you know that already. Anything else? 10 of Cups, it's just a happy week. Some of you, there could be some happiness coming through either in your relationships or in your family. All right, the rainbow is there in the background, which is representing happy times after some difficult ones. We have the Knight of Cups here, so some of you could be finding yourself in a relationship or getting an emotional offer. This could be a date. This could be with a Scorpio, because you have the Death card underneath that too. Nine of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Some of you may have had some fears in regards to relationships. It was clarifying that 10 of Cups, so this could be something that you're actually overcoming, is certain anxieties, fears, nightmares even. I feel like maybe your state of mind has been in a very dark place as of lately because of something that's disturbing your peace. Is probably what somebody did to you. Something here is causing some nightmares. Maybe somebody has caused you to have some like really dark energy. Okay, maybe you was around people who had dark energy and that kind of maybe disturbed you a little bit. The Hanged Man is almost like, try to confront this. Don't run away from whatever this is. The Hanged Man kind of puts himself in an uncomfortable position to face it, you know, head on, to look at it differently. And the Hanged Man is a stuck energy. And in this case, I kind of feel like it's like, don't run away from it. Face your fears, almost what's coming through with the Hanged Man. Like, just observe it for what it is. Where is this coming from? Where are these fears coming from? Some of you, maybe the fear is just of being stuck. But the Hanged Man is about enlightenment. So I do see you gaining enlightenment by facing something. Do you know what really helps me? If you ever have a fear or any kind of dark energy around you that you feel like, whether it's just, you know, sometimes if you've been through some difficulty in the past, and with people who did you wrong, did you dirty, whatever it is, somebody who you're seeking to find peace from, but it's affecting you still, sometimes meditating on it, having this safe space in your mind through meditation really helps me, and kind of confronting that person up there, because that's my safe space. Nothing can happen up there. What would I say to this person if I had the chance to, and does that, like, how does that make me feel? This, like, maybe releasing that might help. So yeah, maybe try that out. The Hanged Man is kind of like that, and it is good for confronting a person or confronting a situation. So try that. See how that goes. Let me get you a keyword for the week. But ultimately, it's a very good week. It seems to be more of a mental challenge than anything else. You know, I feel like there is a little bit of worries and stress from past situations that's getting to you, but I really do believe everything's gonna work out well. It is a very good week for you guys. You have failure, which is a key word for you guys this week to keep in mind. This is a fear of failure, obviously, and an affirmation for you guys this week in terms of addressing that is, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So if that Nine of Swords is just what ifs, in terms of expanding in your world and learning new things, then maybe face a situation like, what could actually go wrong? Like, imagine it, not in a way of manifesting it, but in a way of like, what, like, there's always a solution. So even if something did go wrong, there is a way of fixing it, you know. So confront these fears, understand where they're coming from, because I feel like that might be able to help you out. All right, let's get you some like random messages for you guys this week for Capricorns, please. I was just about to say, did any of you get a new dog? Because I'm seeing that, and then dog came through. Funny. But it says barking, advice from a friend. We have misunderstanding here. Be careful. That can mean two things. Maybe there is a misunderstanding in your life, whether it's you misunderstanding something or somebody else. You could be getting some advice from a friend that might help that, right? I kind of feel like maybe you're misunderstanding something, so some advice will come in that will help you. Or just be careful, like, just please understand where you are, because it's two very different messages. Some of you could be getting advice from a friend, but they may not know the whole situation, so that advice may not be very helpful or very good for you. So just pay attention to that. I know, two very different messages there. I'm sure you'll know who you are. All right, you have family wishes coming true. All right, that seems good for you guys. You also have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So just remember that you are. You have bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. So even when fears arrive, again, don't back down from it. Don't run away from situations that are scary to you. Of course, unless they're like life-threatening, and of course run the other way. But in this case, it's saying in general, like whatever we're fearing, it feels like it's to do with being outside your comfort zone, or, you know, things that are threatening your peace almost. Don't back down from it. Confront it. Place boundaries where necessary. But it's in terms of progress, most likely. You will get what it is that you want in the end. but don't run away from it. When the first problem arises, you know, you are completely capable of taking something further, and I know that's what you want deep down, so go for it. All right, well, my lovely angels, I love you guys. I wish you all the best for the week ahead. If you'd like, let me know down below how this resonated with you. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. But apart from that, I will see you guys next time. All right.